Bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So good morning, everyone. Today I think we yesterday had a discussion about some points like Pandakas and so forth, and then we have also, just for your reference, I got another type of Pandaka called Masa Pandaka. Pandaka. He is he becomes mad month by month, right? Month by month. Sorry for just give me 1 minute. My father is calling. I think it's an urgent call. Then we also have Masa Pandaka and Leka Pandaka. So there are 7. Leka Pandaka is, according to them, whose testicles were removed, like affected in terms of mantras, in terms of like mantra, like hymns. They have no much information about them. These 2 can be found in Vajra Buddhi Tika. 7 Pandaka can be found in Vajra Buddhi. The 5 Pandaka is normally found in commentaries. Yeah. So just for your further information. So we'll go to this number 30. That this question has been here for a long time actually. Could Bante please explain in detail about the word iti? Word iti. So this is what I got. Actually, I discussed with my friend about this. He has studied these vocabularies very detailedly, lexicon. So I have given you a gatha. These are the 7 meanings that can be found in iti, in the Nigandu. Sometimes iti is referring as hetu. So it says, for example, karotiti. Katha. He is called Katha because he does the action. Karotiti Katha, because he does the action. So this iti is explained as the hetu, reason. Why someone is called Katha? Because he does the action. Right. So this is the first type of hetu. So he said, except in bhava sadhana, all the definitions are main in hetu, except for bhava sadhana. Because bhava sadhana, chintana mattan chittan. Because according to bhava sadhana, the first word and the second word is identical, right? Pachanang pako. So therefore, even we put iti in between, pachananti pako, iti doesn't, the first word is not the reason for the second word. First word and second word are identical. So therefore, according to the Myanmar explanations, in all the definition except bhava sadhana are in the word of hetu, meaning of hetu. Right? I'll take few minutes to explain. Later we can come into the discussion of this. Then we'll come into another one, parisamapane. Parisamapana is the last one. Samapana, right? Parisamapana. Samapana is to end, right? To end a sentence. To end a sentence. Sometimes we use this to end the sentence. For example, we say now you can see in many suttas, they end with iti, ti, they end with ti, abhinandunti, right? So end the sentence, abhinandung iti. Abhinandinti should be translated abhinandung plus iti. Abhinandung plus iti. So this iti is the ending of the sutta. In Sri Lanka, when we recite, that is something unique to Sri Lanka actually. In Sri Lanka, when we recite the, the Itipiso Gata, right? Itipi so Bhagava Arahang Samma Sambuddho and so forth. Buddho Bhagavati. We end it with T. So this is how we recite. In Myanmar, they just end it as Itipiso Buddho Bhagava and Swakato. We just end Bhagavati. The purpose is to show that that's it. There's no more. So all the Buddha's attributes are confined to 9. Confined mean gathered in these 9. Bhagavati. So this is to end the sentence. So therefore, sometimes, for instance, in Patimokkha, there is at the end of a certain Vagga, there is a iti. So Ashin Janakabhivansa suggests that that iti is not necessary, because according to the what evidence we have, iti is found in at the end of the sutta. So if you want to use iti, you have to use at the end of the Patimokkha. So there is some idea that this iti should not be used at each and every sentence. According to that, what I understood, according to that, this should not be used at each and every sentence. But I have a memory that I have seen some iti at at the end of sentences, but surely it comes at the end of a sutta. It shows that it is done. That's it. Mostly it comes at the end of the sutta or end of the Patimokkha, something like that. So when we in Sri Lanka, when we recite the Buddha's attributes to pay respect to the Buddha, so we use the word iti at the end of the Itipiso verse. So it indicates that these are the 9, and that's it. Everything is put into this 9. All the Buddha's attributes are put into this 9. So then we come into another meaning called adi, right? Adi. For this, we should go to Udana, Itivuttaka commentary. Just we should go to the Itivuttaka commentary. Just give me one moment. So Itivuttaka commentary has, I was actually planning to prepare this before the class, but I couldn't do it. Right. In Itivuttaka commentary, we have few meanings of iti, these 7 meanings. So according to that, there is example. I couldn't find it yet. Just give me one moment. Itiva. Page number 17. Myanmar. Page number 7. cannot be found. I don't know. Gandharamba. Okay, sorry. Page number 17.
So Pande is iti mesu dande eka iti ayang iti sado, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Right. Now I'm there. I can share the screen now. Sorry. Share screen. I hope you can see. Right? Iti me sutanti. How to remove this? I don't know. Anyway, so iti me sutanti. Now there are many itis here. So one type of iti is we can see rupatitiko bhikkave tasma rupanti vucchati hetuatte. That's a definition meaning, right? Rupatiti rupam. It's called rupa because it get molested, right? So then this is the iti parisamapane. Savaka dhammadhayada bayungun no amisa dayadati. Dayadati, right? So adisu, in these cases, the closing. Itiva iti eva rupa visuka dassana pativiratoti adisu adi atte. This is the point I want to show. Itiva iti eva rupa visuka dassana pativirato ti adisu adi atte. So now we'll go to this, we'll copy this point and we'll try to understand what does it mean. So now the meaning of this is, without formatting, itiva iti eva rupa visuka dassana pativiratoti adisu adi atte, right? Adi atte. Adi here means, so this sentence comes, if you go into the Sutta Digha Nikaya, if you can find the reference, you will see. Buddha first mentions many types of Visuka Dasana first. There is a list of Visuka Dasana. Then after that list, itiva iti, right? So this itiva, right? Iti, the first iti, itiva iti. So this first iti shows that adi, like these and these, like so forth, so forth. It refers to similar things. Now, before, if you can find the reference, it will be very easy. We find a list of Visuka Dasana here. Digha Nikaya 1.10. So list of Visuka Dasana is there. Then itiva iti eva rupa. The second iti will come to that later. Second iti. So this iti refers to the list, these and so forth, etc. Something like that, etc. Right? So this adi means not the beginning here. Adi means so and so, right? So and so. So the list extends more. So that is the third meaning. Then we come into the other type of a meaning. Iti has. Did you share the information, Sally? No, right. So then we have.
Yes, already put in the group.
Viber group, right?
Yeah.
Right. Wait. We can. Okay, it's not working actually. Right. So then we come into another meaning, padatta vipariyaya. So here it's called vipallasa. Vipallasa. Right. This is the word. I think here. What is this happening? Right. I think you can see this. So I hope you can see. Buddha mentions a list of Visuka Dasana. Aja Yuddhang, Mendaka Yuddhang, Kukkuta Yuddhang, Vattaka Yuddhang, and so forth. Then Anika Dasanam. Itiva iti eva rupa. This iti, the first iti, refers to Adi, etc. Right, etc. So then we go back into the lecture notes. Vipallasa. What does Vipallasa means? It's like when we want to explain a word, we put that in the place of sammanni tabba. A word is kept in the place of Sangwanni Tabba. Sangwanni Tabba means that should be explained. That should be explained. So then this is not the Karaka. Karaka means the definition sentence means because of this, he is called this, right? Now sometimes we say Buddhoti Bhagava. This is a Sangmanana. This is not a definition. This is not a Karaka or Sadhana. Buddha is called Bhagava. Who represent Buddha is Bhagava. Now, originally, Buddho Dhamman Deseti is the original sentence, right? So this Buddho, in the definition, Sangvandana, we keep it as Buddhoti. Buddhoti. So according to the Pali grammar, traditional Pali grammar, this Buddhoti has become a new word. Has become a new word. This is called, this has the meaning of Saddhatta, Padatta. This becomes Saddhatta. So this Buddhoti is considered as a one name, one noun. So this Padatta word has come into Saddhatta word. So these are called Padatta. When it is in a sentence, now in the definition, it becomes Saddhatta. Saddhatta. Another example, Evang me sutang ti. Evang me sutang ekan samayam bhagava. This is a sentence. Now this sentence, normally when we come to commentary, we see Evang me sutang ti. So the entire phrase is taken, this word as taken as a one word. This entire thing is taken as a one word. So this is a Saddhatta. So the word changes, the name, the essence or the meaning, the naming of the word changes by this iti. So iti makes, when we bring that into a Sangvanana sentence, it's just a mere grammatical thing. I don't think it has much effect in our understanding about the word. So it has changed into Padatta to Saddhatta, right? But here this one refers to Adi, so and so. Samapana is ending. Hetu is the reason. And then we'll go to the other meaning. Then Akara, right? Akara. So the example given is in the, you can see this in Anguttara Nikaya, Tikka Nipata, in the first few sittas, Bala Pandita, Bala and Pandita has been explained. Tikka Nipata, third group. After explaining the characteristics of Bala, Buddha mentions at the end, after explaining, Itiko Bhikkave, Sappati Bhayo Balo. Appati Bhayo Pandito. So in this manner, so he explains, because all the, he is mentioned in that sutta. If you can go to the sutta, it will be very, very easy to understand. According to that sutta, Buddha mentions that, yeah, we'll go to that sutta. I think Siale has shared with us. Thank you for that. Thank you, Sally. Yeah. So I think this is the one, right? The before page also we need, Sally. Right? The before one. The previous page is necessary. So then we can see how it matters. Right? Yeah. I hope you can see this. Yani kanichi bhikkave bhayani uppajjanti sabbhani tanita balato no pandito. Whatever fear, danger arises in the world, they arise due to the bala. I hope you can see the screen. Yekechi upadhava upajja. Whatever danger arises, whatever disaster arises, all happens because of the bala, because of the low person, because of the unwise person. So then he starts, Itiko bhikkave, thus monks, sappati bhayo bhalo. Bala is with danger, he brings danger. Appati bhayo pandito. If you stay with the pandita, you are not going to get any danger, like Arahant or a noble person. You are not going to get any danger out of him. So this iti refers to the previous sutta. The sutta explains these dangers are because of bala. So thus, in this manner, the bala person, the bala is with danger, pandita is without danger, right? So this is the third, the next meaning of this iti meaning. Akara, I think we have already discussed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the last one. Sorry, how many we have discussed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, Nidassana. Nidassana is showing or pointing. Showing or pointing. Right. In the Kachana Gotta Sutta, if you can show it, the Kachana Gotta Sutta. In this sutta, the Buddha mentions, right, before she said this, Sabba Mattiti. Mattiti. Ayang Eko Anto. Sabba Sabbang Nattiti. Ayameko Anto. Ayameko Anto. Ayang Dutiyo Anto. So these are the two extremes. If you say everything exists, it refers to the Atta, self, afterlife, Sassata Ditti in Theravada tradition. That is one extreme. And if we consider the self destructs after death, that is the second second extreme. Buddha preaches Dhamma according to the Paticca Samuppada. In the Kachana Gotta Sutta, we can see this, right? Because the sutta comes as the Yebuye and Kachana. In the most of the world, humans, beings are in any of the ends. Either say they remain as there is self, or they believe that there is no self after death, right? So then, ayam eko anto, ayang eko anto, this is a one end. What is that? What is that eko anto? Sabbhang atti, the self exists. Sabbhang natti is a dutiyo anto, second end. So this iti shows what is the one end. What is the one end? Nidassana, showing that is sabbamatti. That is the self exists after death. What is the second end? So this iti points that this is the second end, sabbanatti, right? Sabbang natti. The self doesn't exist after death. I think Sally has shared with us. Thank you. According to that, we can go into this sutta, Kachana Gutta, right? So in this sutta, I hope you can see, Buddha first explains in the previous page, like this is how one should understand a noble being. He says, believing that self is there is a one end, believing that self is not there is the other end. Actually, the word doesn't, the sentence doesn't contain the self in the sutta, but the context of the sutta, when you read the entire sutta, you understand he's talking about the self. And that is how the Theravadians have interpreted this. Then in the end, as a conclusion, Buddha says, Sabbang attitiko kachana ayameko anto. It is a one extreme kachana. Kachana means kachana, that it's one kind of a Brahmin or monk, kachana gutta, I forgot it. So the self exists is a one end. The self doesn't exist another end. Ete te kachan ubho ante anupagamma majjena tathagato dhamman deseti. Buddha preaches Dhamma in the middle way without going into these two extremes. What is that? Avidya paccaya sankara, sankara paccaya vijnana, and the paticcasamuppada. For your additional information, there are two extremes in the practice and a middle in the practice, two extremes in the philosophy, the doctrine, and a middle in the doctrine. According to the Buddha, the two extremes of practice are, you find this in Dhammacakka Sutta, self-mortification and indulging in sensual pleasure, gratifying the senses. The doctrine-wise, the one end is Sassata Ditti, the other end is Uchcheda Ditti, the middle is the Paticca Samuppada, because it shows that there is no self transmigrating from life to life, and the life is not going to end at the end of the life. As long as the causes remain, the effects will follow, right? So this iti is connected to this eko anto and dutiyo anto. What is that extreme? It's showed by ti, the sabba matiti, and sabba natiti, right? So then we have discussed 6 meanings for this iti. Then the last meaning is avadharana. Avadharana. So it shows that indeed, giving the meaning that indeed, right? So in the Itivuttaka we find Vutta Marahatati Mesutang. You can see in the Itivuttaka Pali we can find the Kujuttara used to say that what he has heard from the Buddha. Vuttang hetang bhagavata vutta marahatati mesutang. Vuttang hetang bhagavata vutta marahatati mesutang. So here iti refers to indeed. Vuttang hetam bhagavata. This is said by the Buddha. Vutta marahatati, said by the Arahant. Mesutang. I have heard. I have heard indeed in this manner. I have heard that this was said. This was said that by the Buddha. I have heard that this was said by the Buddha. So it gives some emphasis, indeed, right? Indeed. So it is, I heard it in this way. This is how I heard it. It was said by the Buddha. It was said by the Arahant. It was said by the Arahant. So it shows that indeed meaning. So these are the meanings that we can find about iti, what we can find about iti. So before that, before we conclude, I want to mention so just one moment. That of this, I said that in this itiwa iti, the second one second meaning, like here there was a list of Visuka Dasana and it mentions about these are the so forth, these and these so forth. And then what does this, the second iti means, just wait, second iti was referring to, right. Yeah, the second iti is refers to itiva is Nidassana, right? Iti in itiva, it bakara sadisa.
So in answer,
wait just 1 minute.
මෙවැනි වූ නැත්නම් මෙවැනි ස්වභාවයක් ඇත්තා වූ කියලා අර්ථ ගන්නකොට අර ඉතිවා කියන එකේ අපි කියවනේ අර්ථ දෙකක් ගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. එකක් තමයි මේහා සමාන වූ අනිත් එක එකක් තමයි මේ ආදී වූ අනිත් එක මේහා සමාන වූ කියලා දෙකක් ගන්න පුළුවන් කියවනේ සංස්. පකාරාර්ථය මේහා සමාන වූ කියලා කියවනේ. එතකොට මේ මේහා සමාන වූ කියන එකයි මෙවැනි වූ කියන එකයි නිකන් එකක් වගේ පේනවා. නමුත් ඒක කැඩෙනවා නේද සවනස ඉතිවා මේහා සමාන වූ දේවල්ද ඒ කියන්නේ අර දැන් විසෝක දස්සන ගොඩාක් කියලා මේහා සමාන වූ ඒවාද කියලා තවත් ඔන්න දැන් අනිකුත් මේකකින් ඉතුරු විසෝක දස්සන ටිකත් ඒකේ කියවුණා ඊට පස්සේ ඉති ඒව රූපා විසෝක දස්සන මෙවැනි ස්වභාවයක් තව විසෝක දර්ශනයන්ගෙන් කියලා ඒ සියල්ලම ඉතරයක්
So then according to this
ගන්නවා ඉතිව රූපා කියන එක. එතකොට අර ඒ ඉතිවා කියන එකේ තේරුම ඉතිවා කියන එකේ මේහා සමාන වූ ඒවා කියලා ගන්නකොටයි ඊට පස්සේ තියෙන ඉති ඒව රූපා කියන එකටත් මෙවැනි වූ නැත්නම් මෙවැනි වූ නෙවෙයි අතර මෙවැනි ස්වභාවයක් ඇත්තා වූ රූප ශබ්ද ස්වභාව කියන අර්ථ වාචී නිසා මෙවැනි ස්වභාවයක් ඇත්තා වූ කිව්වහම ඊට නිකන් එක අර්ථයක් වගේ තේරුණාට ඒ මැදින් අර්ථය කැඩිලා තියෙන මේ සෝනස් මම කලින් කිව්වා චුට්ටක් කියන සංස ඒ කියන්නේ තිරච්ඡන කතා එකේ තියෙන නැත් සම්මිතිකාරවල තියෙනවනේ තිරච්ඡන කතාට කියන ගිහිල්ලා තිරච්ඡන කතාව වෙනවද මතකද සම්නිධිකාරකේ මොසාස අන්න සම්නිධි පාන සම්නිධි කියන ගිහිල්ලා ඉතිවා මේහා සමාන වූ අනෙකුත් ඒවල්ද කියලා ඉතිවා කියන එකෙන් එහා සමාන වූ අනෙකුත් සියල්ලත් ගන්නවා ආදී වූ කියන අර්ථය හැර මම කියන්නේ ප්‍රකාර අර්ථය කියලා ගත්තොත් මේහා සමාන වූ සියල්ලත් ගන්නවා එතකොට දැන් ඔක්කොම ටික කියවලා ඉවරයි ඉතිවා කියන තැනින් ඊට පස්සේ ඉති ඒව රූපා කියන එකෙන් ඒ දෙකෙන් අර කියපු සියල්ලම අයසරයක් නිදර්ශනය කරනවා.
Right. So according to what my friend said was, now this one shows that similar things like this and this so forth is etc. And then what happens? Iti eva rupa visuka dassana. So this iti is nidassana. It points out to the entire list. So the list doesn't end here. It shows that there is etc. and similar ones are there, these and these, or not only them. There are some more similar ones. Then this iti eva rupa, the same manner, same ones. Eva rupa means which have the same similar nature, right? Eva rupa visuka dassana pativiratoti. He is restrained from visuka dassana of such type. What are those types? What have been listed? So this iti refers as nidassana to the previous one. So in this sentence, second iti is nidassana. First iti is adi. Adi as also can be said as similar, according to him, because it's a list of similar things. So these are the 7 meanings of iti. I'll conclude it. I took some time. So first one is hetu, the reason. Samapana, it ends the sentence. Very obviously we can found, and we also mentioned about something is very, very unique to Sri Lanka. Then adi shows when it comes to a list, the list doesn't end. It goes similar things, etc. and so forth. Then vipallasa means in a sangvannana, we change the word from padatta to saddhatta in a Sangwanana manner. So this entire thing is taken as a one thing, one word. The change happened because of iti. Akara means in this manner, right? In this manner, or thus we can call. So according to Bala Pandita Sutta, Buddha mentions things, and then in this manner, monks, the Bala is with fear and so forth, danger and so forth. Nidarsana is pointing about something like what happened in the Sabbamati, in the Kachana Gutta Sutta, and also in this Itivaiti, second Iti. Then Avadharana is indeed to confirm that, to emphasize that it happened in that manner. Yeah, so this is how I asked from my friend actually. So he gave a very detailed explanation about how they studied, and this can also be found in the Itivuttaka commentary. Yeah, if you have any questions on this, please.
So Bande,
Yes, Asiale. Yeah.
here we have the Pakaresu. So
Mhm.
here, what is the Pakara here?
Akara is
It's also
Akara,
the meaning of the
Akara. Akara same.
is Agara.
Yeah.
Is it P akara, Bante?
These are two words like similar synonyms in this context.
Oh.
Here they have no difference. Sorry.
So when we say like a quotation, like in English we say quotation. So that quotation is belong to, I think, is the.
You mean the quotation? Okay?
Yeah. In English we say quotation.
We didn't write a quotation, right?
Yeah,
Quotation.
the quotation is belong to which group?
We'll think. Showing?
I think
it's Nidasana.
That's an idea.
Quotation, I think it's the Vipallasa.
Vipanasa.
Yeah.
No, I think it is Nidasana.
Nidasana is that is. Nidasana is explanation. Explanation is not necessarily a quotation. It's just a
Dr. Ryan, we cannot hear you very clearly. Sorry.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Now can. Yeah. Now can. Yeah.
So yeah, so I think the quotation is the Padattasa Vipallasa.
Padatta Vipalla.
Right, you have the Vipallasa.
You mean it changed into
So that is the quotation. I think that's for the quotation. And the Nidasana is like the explanation. So this is like in English, we have the word that is.
That is, yeah. It's a one extreme, that is Sabbang Ati. Something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah, Bante.
Yeah. Okay. Makes
And
sense.
I think for the quotation, it is the Vipallasa.
So it was taken as a completely a new sect, and he said this. Okay, so the entire thing is referred as a one thing.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I also didn't thought about it. What do you think, Sally? It makes sense in one, because now if we take Nidasana, we normally translate that is. Yeah, okay. So one extreme is, this is a second extreme, that is to say, we normally say, right? That is to say, that is Sabbangati. So Vipallasa, we do the entire thing becomes a one thing, and then we start to explain it. So, for example, Buddha said, don't do, go to the village. Gamang gacchahiti soaha. So he said, go to the village. So then go to the village is taken as a one thing. And that one segment, that part was made a segment because of this iti. Is it what you mean that by that?
Yes, Bante. I think it is in that sense.
How about quotation is not samapana?
I think that samapana is something like a comma.
that it is a
Like
signal the end
ending,
of
right?
the sentence, right? It just signal the end of the sentence.
End of the entire thing, right? Not
Yeah.
the yeah.
Yeah. So, but like during ancient time, when we don't have this like a comma, quotation, all this. So in that moment, we have to see according to like ed or some like a
No,
verb.
you'll be surprised. Nothing to say about comma and quotation. There is a Majjhima Nikaya, very ancient script found in Sri Lanka. Even there is no space between words. You believe me? There is
Oh.
no spaces between the word. It's just a one line.
I think in that reason, because during ancient time, like palm leaves, we don't
Yeah.
have paper, right? Because it's very
Right.
precious. So that's why
No,
they have to write as much as they can.
Yeah, sometimes they just continue without taking the pen. It's just continuing the one line. It's like in English also you have, right? You write one word without lifting the pen. How do you call those words? Like sometimes they write.
Calligraphy.
Normally,
man.
yes. Normally we write A and B. I just lift the pen, right? But some people just keep the pen on the, so every letter is connected with each other. So that kind of writing was done. Maybe because of preciousness of the leaves. So yeah, as you said, there's no comma, no quotation marks, no question marks. It was just a bunch of letters continuing without any space.
So in English, we also have get the reference, like the reference. So in that, we also use like ed, right?
It is reference. So where does it fall? Here.
Yeah, that's right.
Example, right? Reference, iti? What do you mean?
I think I read the Waters book. The Waters book is mentioned as that.
If you can give us a very good example, we can think about how to put them in this. He said these are the 7 meanings they teach in Myanmar for Dhammacharya, and these are the 7 that are found in Nigandu.
I also have a question, Bante. So,
Yes.
and we find this a lot in the grammar books, for example, in the Rupa Siddhi. So, for example, if you open the Rupa Siddhi Sutta 562, right? And then in that sutta, it's the Anyekita. So it says, Tatiye Jatro Adhikare Vihita Keche Hi Anye Pataya Iteche Wa Sanya Honti Ti Kita Sanya Kata.
Wait. So which number, Dr. Ryan? I'm opening now.
562, Bante.
Which
It's
khanda?
Kita.
Okay,
Ipidana.
okay, right.
Yeah,
Now we have
562.
So can you see the screen? Te kalika, kiche pachanta, te kalika.
Oh,
Yeah, we just open one.
562, Bante.
Okay.
562.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Anya kita.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So there we
Tati.
have the, yes, we
Dato.
have the iti there. You know, honti ti kita sanya kata.
Right.
So according to the Myanmar translation, they translate that iti as the by this sutta. So they translate it as the imina suttena. Then is it like hetu? But it's not quite hetu.
I think it's here too, right? Tatiye datvadikare bihita kichehi anye pachya kiticheva sanya honti ti kita sanya kata. Why do you see it's not necessary to take reason? Hetu?
Oh, no, I mean is that when we say hetus, it's just like the example you gave, and it's like the explanation is the Wikha sentence, right?
Yeah,
So and then so for a word it says that way because of that. So
Mhm.
here, okay, hetu, but
It's little bit of a difference I also can feel, but isn't it a similar one?
yeah,
I'll also check this with my friend because in the Myanmar sentence, what does it mean by the power of this sentence, right?
yes. So they define the iti as the imina suttena.
Mina Suttena. Okay. So I'll ask him how, according to, because like when they study, they should put into any of these 7, right? So
Yes,
how they define this? I'll ask and let you know.
Oh, okay, thank you, Bhante. And then also, I just want to add a comment. Yeah, just as you said, when we chanted the 9 attributes of the Buddha, I think also in Thai tradition as well, they also add the iti at the end.
Okay. Ah, yes, Thai. Yeah, Thai also
Yeah.
has. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Thai also had this one. Yeah. Only Myanmar they don't do it, right? Yeah. Myanmar
Right, Bhante.
they just end up in there. Some are against this Sri Lankan. Some Sri Lankan Dhamma preachers say don't put iti at the end. So, but in Thai and Sri Lanka, we do it because it is considered as that's it. There are the 9 attributes. They end, and all the attributes can be put into this 9. So,
Excuse me.
Bante,
yes,
Oh.
Robin.
maybe Salai first.
Okay.
No, Robin, please come first.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you, sir.
Please.
Bante, I have a few questions still regarding the iti, Bante. So, can you scroll it to? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The first one is the Bawa Sadhana. Does it mean like something like nature, Bante? The nature of the thing?
Yeah. Bhava sadhana means, for example, we have another Bhava sadhana. Pachanan. Tipaku. Pachanan Tipaku. So, Paka means Pachana. Pachana means cooking itself is Paka. So, it is not in the sense of, there is no like hetu meaning here. It's like, it's just Paka is Pachana. So, in the Bhava sadhana, we don't have the sentence of Bhava sadhana. Doesn't have the hetu meaning. Here,
So,
karoti and kata are 2 things. Karoti is action. Kata is the doer, right? So, yo karoti so kata. Yo karoti so kata. This is the normal sentence. Who does, he is called kata. So, this we can put in as karo iti kata. So, one who does, he is called kata because he does the action. So, this is the reason for this naming. Here, we are saying they are equal. They are saying they are equal. Yeah.
so does it mean that this kind of thing is considered as nidasana, Bante? The Pachanang Pako. Yes.
Pachanang Pako doesn't have iti here. If you put iti, Pachanang iti Pako. Not nidasana, right? We can say nidasana.
or is the iti is not used, Bante, usually for the Bhava
Normally,
sadhana?
I think it's normally you, not no use. Chintana mattan chitta. It's normally not used, but if
Oh, okay,
you
Bante.
use or not, I have checked now.
So Bande, what I learned from Myanmar Bandis, they
Yeah,
said
please.
in the Bhava sadhana, we never use ed.
That's it, right?
Yeah, but
Oh,
in
okay.
other sadhana, we always use ed. This is the difference between other sadhana and the Bhava sadhana.
Sorry. Thank you very much for that information. So it's very clear now. So
Yes,
Baba
thank you,
Sadhana-
Sally. And then Bante, so in the Itipiso Bhagawa, how about the first iti? Is that we take it as hetu, Bante?
So Itipiso Bhagava says Itipi so Bhagava, Itipi so Arahat. In this manner he is called Bhagava. In this manner he is called Samma Sambuddha. It's Pakara.
Oh, Pakara. Okay, Bante.
He's in this way he is called Arahat. In this way he is called Samma Sambuddha. So it is like there is some kind of a meaning explanation should be given. That is how it is explained in the Visuddhimagga. So we take it as Pakara.
So the iti is attached to each of the qualities, Bante.
Itipiso Bhagava, Itipiso Arahang, Itipiso Samma Sambuddho. That's how we get the meaning.
Okay, Bante. And then Bante, about the iti wa iti ewa rupa. So like the second iti, it's like grouping all the Visukadasana plus the first iti. Is it like that, Bante?
Yeah, all which have this meaning. Yeah. So it is like Nidassana, showing them all together.
Okay, Bante.
Are those Evarupa? What has been mentioned so far?
Okay, Bante. And then Bante, I've heard like iti can refers to things that previously said, and then iti can also refers to things that are gonna be said. So, for example, like in the iti wutaka phrase here, like iti me sutang, is it correct to take the iti as like the things that refers to the thing that she is gonna say, like that, Bante? I have heard this.
Iti Uttaka, iti has few meanings. Iti Uttaka, iti has few meanings. Iti Uttaka, iti, according to the Sutta Uttaka commentary, Iti Uttaka Attakata, Antaram Kata. So page number 17. Right. So in this iti, it says, I hope you can see this. Sorry. Yeah, here. Tatta pakaratte iti saddena ittanattampi dipeti. Avadharane. Swayamida pakara nidassana avadharanesu dattappo. So in this iti uttaka iti mesutang can be pakara, nidassana, and avadharana. Right. It can be three meanings. For that we have to read the thing. For that we have to read how pakarathena iti saddhena ittampi dipeti. So we have to read it actually.
Okay, Bante.
So it has three meanings, and how those three meanings are explained in the commentary. How can we get it?
But then is it correct, Bante? So iti can refers to the thing that is gonna be said, Bante?
I have to read the commentary for that.
Oh, okay, Bante. Not specifically just for the iti wutaka, Bante, like in general, Bante.
That's why I have to read this and see.
Okay, Bante.
I'm unable to say that. It seems like it is possible. Sotapanna Magga Chitta. I have to read and think actually.
Okay, Bante. Thank you very much, Bante.
Yes.
So Bande,
I think Siale is Sobanyani want to ask a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
May I ask? Yeah. I am a little bit kind of confused between the number 2 and number 3. Can
Number,
I understand?
number 3. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the number 2 is, in my understanding, it is kind of a stop mark, like a
Yeah.
sentence maker. And that means you say it is, that's it, no more. There is no more listing. That's it. It's like iti biso bhagava and then the T at the end. But number 3 is like adi. That means there's something more. So they are called a little bit contrasting, right? So if I just see the iti in a sutta or something, what should I choose to explain that?
Okay, okay. I think this third iti will not come at the end of a sentence. It will come with some other, like there will be more to come in the third iti. Second iti, after that you will see nothing. Third iti, there will be something more. So then you can understand it is not samapana. It means at the end of the list, I don't think the sentence will end with iti, giving the meaning adi. Because
So
we cannot send like we finish and etc. and then it still continues. That's my personal idea. So you will not find that difficulty in that.
So this iti may be at the end of a certain phrase.
Yeah.
I see.
But that you will find it that it's not going to end. This iti will be at the end of the sutta or something like that. That you will find it's no more there.
So, like for example, the Patana chanting, Hetu Pachayo, Ramana Pachayo.
Hah? Mai for. Mange.
I think there's mic on. Sorry for that. Yeah. So yeah. Yes.
Like Hetu Pachayo, Aramana Pachayo, that one. And at the end, there's also a T. Is that the same? Is that the number 2 also?
Yes, that's number 2. There's no other. Otherwise, you can have more and more pachya. No, that's finished.
And can I say that this vipallasa meaning is a kind of a phrase maker? And this, yeah, so it's, the other one is the sentence maker, and this one is a phrase maker. Can I think of it like that? Number 2 is a sentence maker, and vipallasa number 4 is phrase maker.
Or you can only sentence maker. We cannot put samapana at the end of each sentence. We put samapana at a completely end of a context, like end of a sutta, something like that. Vipallasa means we bring it into we give that entire phrase or entire word a new meaning, like it becomes something to be explained, something to be mentioned. So its position, context changes completely. So that's why it's called vipallasa. Like Buddho Dhamman Deseti. So Buddha preached Dhamma. Now we are explaining Buddha. Buddha is the Bhagava, not a monk, blessed one. So that Buddhoti became something to be explained. So he's the Bhagava. So we can, it's better rather than saying context maker or a phrase maker, this iti makes the word something new. What is that new thing? Something to be explained. Something to be explained. It's it becomes its essence changes. It doesn't represent the Buddha anymore. Actually, it represents just a word. It becomes just a word. Here, Buddho Bhagavan Deseti, Buddha becomes the one who preaches. Here, the word Buddha means Bhagava. Buddha refers to the Bhagava. So, Bhagava is the actual one. So, even when you say Buddha, Buddho Dhamman Deseti, it was the blessed one who preached the Dhamma, blessed one. So, now this Buddha has a meaning. It refers to the Buddha, the person. In this sentence, Buddhoti Bhagava, Buddhoti is just a word, Saddhatta. It doesn't refer to anyone. His reference is shown by this word, right? So this becomes like a meaningless word, some of which the meaning has been explained. So from padattha to saddhatta. So it had a meaning, it had a reference in the beginning, and now it has no reference. That reference is explained by this.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, so Bande,
Yeah.
we have very famous the phrase like ed imas means sadi idang hodi. So in that ed is the
Connected to Paticcasamuppada. No?
yeah. That is agara. Or
What is the phrase? What is the phrase?
ed imas means sadi idang hodi.
No, before that.
Oh, in the Patama Bodhisattva we also learn, eh?
Yeah. So how did he started?
You see, and Athako Bhagavata sa Sattaha sa Ajayena Dhamma Samadhima Uttha Hedvarati Ya Patama Yamang Patija Samubada Anunoma Sadungang Manasakasi. So after immediately ed imas means sadi idang hodi. Imas subada idang ubajadi.
Like thus. Isn't
Yeah.
it? In this
Yeah.
manner. I think it because to pakara, right?
I think so.
Seems like. Yeah.
So if we translate it in this manner,
It
right?
must be idang hoti. Isn't it?
When this is exist,
Yeah. This exists. This happens.
maybe it's Bagara. I'm not sure.
It shouldn't be. I think in this commentary it will be explained. It will be explained in the commentary. If you go to the Patama Bodhi Sutta, right? You'll see what does it mean. Udana Attakata, Bodhi Vagga, Patama Bodhi Sutta, right? Then we go to Evam Mesutang, has been explained. Ekang. Then we come into Viharati. It's a very huge sutta. Explanation. Right. Iti, Evang. Aneka pakarena tatta ititi evang. Anena pakarena. In this manner. Attu.
I see also. Okay, thank you. But when we say in English, we will say direct speech. So in direct speech, also like a Vipanasa. That's right. Maybe say.
Yeah, that seems like. I'll check with this. How the tradition explains. I'll ask my friend and let you know.
Okay,
Direct
thank you.
Vipallasa or not. I'll let you know. It seems that when we think about the seven, there is no other put. Seems like a direct speech is Vipallasa.
Yes, because in Water's book also mentioned like a direct speech and the thought. So, but if it's a thought, is the thought also Vipanasa? I don't know.
It seems if direct speech is Vipallasa, thought also Vipallasa. I will confirm you how the tradition says.
Okay, thank you, Bandi.
If direct speech is Vipallasa, thought also Vipallasa. Because they have the same formula.
Bante, so in here anena pakarena ti atho. In this,
Yeah.
in here the ti, is it thus, Bante? Thus is the
Yeah,
meaning.
in
Iti
this
atho.
manner. In this manner.
Oh, in this manner. Okay.
Then this here, this iti, the second iti here, iti. This second iti has made this Vipallasa. This is the real word. I think you got the point. Like this is the sentence. Now this iti is taken to explain. Now this becomes Sangwan Nitabba. This is Sangwanana. So this iti put in with another iti. The second iti is making this Vipallasa. This from Padatta to Saddatta. Right? So this iti is Pakaratta. That is Anena Pakarena Tiyattu. So the point? So
So
this this part, iti makes it's vipallasa.
So can we say it's like copying, Bante?
Yeah, something like you take it, you give up. Now, this word has a meaning in the sentence. But when we want to explain the meaning, we put it into another sentence, right? Now this explanation of this word is this, right? This word already had this meaning. This anena pakarena had always was there actually, right? It was always. Now this anena pakarena is connected with iti, right? So this is the meaning. But when we want to explain it, we give it iti, the meaning of iti. So this iti here, while it is in a sentence, has this meaning. While it is in the vigraha sentence, while it is in the explanatory sentence, this iti has no meaning. No meaning means it's just a word. That word has this meaning. That's what it's saying. So this one, which I'm marking yellow color, has made this iti into a mere word. That is called vipallasa. It changed a meaningful word into a just a mere word.
So Bante, so what about the second iti, Bante? So
This-
ane napakare na iti atto. So what is that iti?
Okay, this anena pakarena thi atho, isn't it buddhoti bhagava? No, then wait,
No,
wait.
I don't think
Yeah, it's
so.
not.
What
I
is-
think it's
what is
not
it?
like
Yeah.
a Dodi.
Yeah, what is your idea? Yeah, please. Yeah.
I'm also thinking about it.
I was also thinking about that
But
point.
is it
How
is it
about like the quotation mark? Is something like that?
is it like this is separated? So iti atho, that is the meaning of this iti.
No, I don't think it's that. I also think that it's also vipallasa, I think.
And also because if it's like you see with something, the meaning is this. So by means like I think
Because
it's like a Vimanasa.
Okay.
But it's not nidassana. I don't think it's nidassana, right?
How about nidassana? No? Atho. The meaning
How-
is anena pakarena.
How about the indeed, Bante? Indeed.
So Bandi, I think maybe Nidasana is also possible.
Possible. I think nidassana is possible.
Yeah. Because according to you say you gave the example, it's sabang atiti ko atajana. It's something like that. I think that is
Eko
more
anto.
suitable.
What is that eko anto sabbamati? What is the atto? What is the meaning? This one.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll confirm this with my friend. I think there's a lot of yeah. Actually, this iti, I don't know who asked the question. It's very useful question because this iti really troubles sometimes even myself. It really troubles us, but we just ignore it because we get the meaning roughly. But when we go into detail, actually, truly, this iti is a one word that really troubles our meaning, understanding.
Right. And then also I think Bante, so I just have a comment on the meaning of adi. So I think when iti has the meaning of adi, after the iti, it has to have either the ja or the wa, right? The word ja and or wa has to be there after the word iti when it has the meaning of adi.
So that it is the list is continuing. This or this or this and this.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like okay. But we have to search more, right, to make it a rule. Yeah, it makes a sense is there. Yeah. So, any other questions with regard to it? Okay. So then we'll shall we do one more question before we go? Quick one.
Yes, Bandi.
the red marker. Could you please explain the formation of the word Kidisi found in the commentary of the Muchalinda Sutta? So I just asked him about the word Kidisi. The normal is ko iva disatiti. This is how they define Kidisi. So he's as whom he is seen. So this is a kamma sadhana. Right? So ko iva disatiti. So iva disatiti tadisi. Right? These are all kamma sadhana. Yo iva disatiti yadisi. So likewise, this shows that, so then feminine gender, so kidiso, sorry, so this is kidiso, tadiso, yadiso. So the feminine gender, ka iva disapiti kidisi, feminine gender. So likewise, we can have it with all three genders. It shows that as whom is seen. So that's how the word formation is coming. So my friend sent me in the Kachayana, we can find the sutta ya tama kime sana mantara mantasaro dhigang kochi, then digasa gunang gunang do rang sakija. So this is the sutta, Kachayana Sutta, which formulate this word. So with that, we can have kidisi, yadisi, tadisi, sometimes kidi, yadi, tadhi, then kidiko, yadiko, tadiko, sometimes sariko, the similar one, right? So all are made out of this sutta. So it is here when we say kidisi, tadisi, all comes with the disati. So he's seen like, whom he's seen like. So it's a question form. He's seen like this, so it's called tadiso. So in the relative one, whom he's seen like yadiso. So if you go to the Muchalinda Sutta, as the question was raised, just one moment. We go to the Muchalinda Sutta. Muchalinda Sutta, yeah, this is the Muchalinda Sutta. Yeah, this is we had a word kidisi. Is it Muchalinda Sutta or different one?
Yeah, I think it's from the Muchalinda Sutta, but in the commentary, but they're not in the Sutta.
Okay. The commentary, right?
Yeah.
For that, I have to go here. Yeah. Yeah, Mitchell in the Sutta. How can we find it? Could you remember, Dr. Ryan, where was it?
Yeah,
And
Janet.
then here, the commentary,
Uh-huh.
maybe I will send.
TDC, right?
Nearly at the end, the Atthakatha.
At Muchalinda, right?
Yes, Sukha Viragata Loge di Vigata Rakata Biloge Sukha KDC.
TDC, Sukha. Sukha Viragata Lokite Viragathapi Loke Sukha. KDC, Kamana Samatikko. So, what is it? Something like that. So, what is it seen? How is it seen? What kind of Sukha Viragata Loke, Viragatapi Loke Sukha. Viragata is also called a Sukha. What kind of a Sukha? Kamanan Samatikkamo. So I think this has become because of the feminine gender of Sukha. Here Sukha is in feminine gender, though it's a adjective because of Viragata. So this Kidisi is constructed Ka iva dissatiti Kidisi. So like whom it is seen, something like so. So there is a word formation. Actually, it was referring to what kind of happiness it refers to. So why it's written feminine gender? Because of Sukha, and the word formation goes at Ka iva dissati.
Okay, thank you, Bante. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
So that is a sutta for the reference. Then what happened? So then, yeah. So those are the ones that we can discuss. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Now, the question and answer.
So Bandia.
Yeah, it's already
So
10:40.
you say, I
Yeah.
think the Sukha is a feminine gender because of Viragata.
Because
Because
Sukha here is the adjective.
Sukha generally actually itself is a neuter gender, right?
Sukha has two meanings, Ali. Neuter gender Sukha and adjective Sukha.
Okay, if the adjective is Sudha, it's modified to the Viragata.
Yeah, that's what. So yeah, so these are the things. So then we come into, could Bante please explain the difference between Desana Matta, Desana Sisa, and Desana Kama? So we also discussed about this one time. I think there is something to be explained here. We discussed Desana Matta and Desana Sisa are equal. So when I asked my friend about this, he did a research, and what he studied in the Myanmar, he also mentioned Desana Matta and Desana Sisa are identical. There is no difference. But Desana Kama means the order of teaching, as you said, order of teaching. So that order, when it comes to Desana Kama, it doesn't have specific meaning. When it says just the Desana Kama, it's how the Buddha has to, because when we want to say 5 things, one has to be said first. But before so it means there is no, when he say some list of things, it doesn't have, the first thing has no priority over the second thing. But the commentators mention in some cases we have certain orders, like there are a few kama, upapatti kama, desana upapatti kama. Likewise, some kama is important. Like for instance, when the embryo is developing, first become halala, then abuddha, then likewise it goes like how the stages grow. In such an explanation, the order does matter. But when it comes to some kind of information, the order doesn't matter. So how to understand whether the order matters or not? That's why we need to have a tradition explanation of the tradition. So otherwise, Desana Matta and Desana Sisa are identical. He gave me some references, and I think it's better for us to have some discussion on this, especially on this Desana Kama. Then we have an oral idea. I think if we start it, it will take some time. So we'll leave it to the next week. Yeah. So shall we leave it to the next week for these questions? Because if we start it now, it will take more time.
Okay, Bande.
Okay. Sorry. Now the questions are, yeah, we have 44 questions. We have more 13 questions more left. Okay. So then thank you for joining the discussion. So wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Bante.
Thank you
Sadhu,
so
sadhu.
much, Bande. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu,
Yeah,
sadhu.
the list
Thank
is going to
you.
get longer and longer, Bante.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Thank you so much, Bante.
Okay, sadhu, sadhu.